What is happening?
What's happening? I'm not used to going live by myself. Jake's normally here to carry the show for me. So bear with me while I try and navigate this thing called a podcast. Kenneth Delap in the chat, even though he's on his own podcast. That is some high level dedication to the shows. I am no joke, right? I'll start here. This is fucking nuts. I had a message from a prospective client who I assumed was a fake profile. Blank, no face. What part? I've got Nike trail running shorts on. So let's start off here. I'm definitely not taking this person on, so I don't care. Is that professional? I don't care actually. This person messaged me out the blue. I do think it's a fake profile. It doesn't have any face on it. And they asked me, he said that you've been recommended to me as a coach. So I said, no problem. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I says, I'm actually, very busy over the next few days, but I'll send you a link on Monday. Then again today, messaged me again saying, are you going to bother responding to me? So I said, sorry, as I said, I would get back to you on Monday, blah, blah, blah. I said, I'll send you a post tomorrow. I said, and we'll go from there. And then she went, is all okay? I said, yes, everything's fine. I said, I'm going to send you through the form just now. I said, you can fill it in and then we can catch up during the week. She went, okay, sent her the form. That was about 20 minutes ago. Then I started getting ready for this podcast. And then she started sending me loads of messages and then sent me one saying, what the fuck's wrong with you? You started to respond to my text messages and now you're not. And I was like, nothing's wrong. I said, I'm very busy. That's why I said we would catch up next week. And then she went, oh, okay, thank you. As you can see, I've got a few issues. And I want to say, yeah, fucking, you're nuts. And then she's saying, oh, fuck. She just said in the last message, I hope this is confidential. Well, it is because I've not told you anything about her, but that's fucking insane. I'd literally, like, within 5 minutes of not messaging, asking me why I wasn't responding. Jesus Christ. It's probably Heidi, to be fair. Fucking natter. Heidi, when I hope Heidi's here, actually. Is she here? She probably is. Yoni Concrete, there we go. Sorry, I haven't... and now you've shared on a live podcast. I know that's fucking. Well, I didn't say who she was. She's not going to be one of my. She's not going to be one of my clients because that's fucking crazy behavior. Like messaging asking why I haven't responded within like 20 minutes. That's nuts. It would be just as bad as when I was writing Heidi a program and she messaged me at like 3 a.m. asking if I was awake. I was awake, but that's not the point. You had to quit drinking because of that lesbian cunt at the liquor store. Okay, that's nuts. What is everyone up to? How many people have we got in the chat? 9 people. We had 11 a minute ago, so I've already driven off 2 people. That's fantastic. What am I going to speak to about today? My week. We were obviously, me and Jake were on the Clintons last night. Well, I said we were. I kind of just swooped in at the end because I knew Garrett had something for us to speak about after the podcast, because I spent most of yesterday in hospital with my chocolate back. We say, I don't know if you say that in the States, we call it like, or I don't even know if it's a UK thing or if it's just me and my mates. Like we call people like your chocolate if you're like fragile, like easy to break. So my back was chocolate, chocolate back, not bark. Yeah, so easy to break. I hurt my back on Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, I couldn't even stand up straight. I could not go into full hip extension. And it wasn't until Saturday I came down the stairs and Haley started laughing because my torso was like squint. I looked like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And it felt as if it was like something wrong with my hip. So phoned the doctor. They just gave me a heap of diazepam. That kind of helped me sleep. And then it still wasn't right yesterday. And then one of my clients that's a doctor was like, no, you need to go to the hospital again. So I went to the chocolate mark was a derogatory term used. There we go. Yeah, it's also odd nickname. That one there. There we go. A chocolate pussy. Nice. Savannah's got the chocolate dick. So I went to the doctor. I went to the hospital yesterday. And because my bowel and my bladder was still functioning properly, they wouldn't give me an MRI or a scan. So they basically just gave me a lot of painkillers, a lot of diazepam, and sent me on my way. So I'm not complaining because I do like a wee diazepam to when my back's bad. So my week, the training started off good. I just got in a decent training cycle. I only have a vanilla dick, right? Okay. This is tough, looking at the comments when you're trying to talk. I don't know how Sevi does it. I understand why Jake doesn't pull many comments up on the base show. Hospital. Yeah, I was at the hospital. But my week started off good. My training was going really well. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Still got a good session on Wednesday. And then Thursday, Friday, I didn't do anything. And I haven't done, there we go, you've went one time. Mate, I try not to go to the hospital, but the only times I've actually been is for my back or if one of my family's been there. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, Ken watches you. Ken sometimes stays up till like 4 a.m. to watch you. But I'm actually feeling 10 times better today. So I'm gonna, after I do this show, I'm not planning on staying on for too long, and then I'm going to do a wee bike workout after I finish my client programming, and then hopefully I'll get back out on the road next week running, and I'll just be very careful with my lifting. But I wanted to come on, and I don't know if anyone, you're probably watching fucking, what's that? Do you guys all the time? You're probably watching the CrossFit, whereas I've been paying attention to Hyrox Berlin this week because I know a few people there, but it was an event I did last year, and it was class. No, I'm not going to work out on diazepam. I'm going to ride the bike. And I haven't taken diazepam today. I took it yesterday and the day before and the day before that. I haven't taken any today, but I will take some tonight because I've got 2 left. And then I'm going to savor the last one. That sounds like a drug addict, but I'm going to savor the last one. But yeah, I've been watching the Hyrox Berlin, and it was a great event last year, but you should see it this year. It is fucking nuts. I might just pull it up. The Secret to Zone 2, diazepam. What? It's been torrential rain and hail for Hyrox in Berlin. And outside in a fucking airport, which is fucking mental. Where's the? I need to fucking get a better video. I do have better ones. Here we go. Got like proper hailstones.
Come on, guys!
Because you're running out. It's like a single lap. You leave the rock zone, and then you go round 1 kilometer loop on the runways, which is fucking mental. And I've got another wee video as well. What one's that? Is that the one I just watched? It's proper fun. He is not having a good time.
We did the best Hyrox.
Mason, wait until I show you what happened. Because most of the stations were undercover last year when I did it, but that's sporty Beth. Let's watch it again. She is not having a good time. So look at that fucking water.
think they're undercover on a
We took the best Hyrox.
Nazi bomber plane looking after us today.
I would be fucking so
Right,
pissed
either way,
off.
let's go.
I'd be so pissed off if I paid all that money to go to Berlin for Hyrox and then that fucking happened. Oh fuck! I just removed the video that I wanted to fucking have on with the wall balls, because at the wall ball station, people were having to queue up. I'm pretty sure it's this one. People were having to queue up. Yeah, there we go. They were having to queue to then get to the wall balls because they had to. Only half of the wall ball area was covered, and they deemed it too unsafe. They deemed it too unsafe to fucking to run in and go in the wall balls. So yeah, they end up having to queue up, and there was like loads of people saying that they were queuing. Some people were like queuing for 10-15 minutes. The queue got that backed up that went some of the videos that I couldn't save off TikTok, there was like at least 30 people waiting to get to the wall balls. I highly recommend if young fire breathers keep getting injured, just get. Oh, sorry, I'll pull this up. Ken, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Expand on this. I didn't get injured, by the way, from working out. Yeah, we're not talking about a workout injury, Ken. We're talking about back surgery that I had years ago, and sometimes it flares up. But good tips though for scaling. Yeah, we like to scale. The mansion carpets. That was right. It was a carpet job. It was the carpet's fault, mate. Ken's on the blues. Ken is on the blues. What else? What else have I got to show? There's no turnstile fans in here, right? But I wanted to show you this. This is going to be a shit show, by the way. Well, it's not. I'm having fun. I don't know if anyone knows who Turnstile is or who Turnstile are, but they threw a benefit show. Nothing like this will never happen. Like something like this just doesn't happen anymore. But Turnstile threw a benefit show for the homeless, I believe, raising money for healthcare for the homeless in Baltimore, and they raised over $50,000, I believe. But I wanted to show you this. Who keeps going round in circles? I'm having fun as well. Is this Zone 2 bullshit? Yeah, here we go. Right, so Turnstile are a band, one of my favorite bands, and they just recently did just this past week did a charity show, totally free, and they announced it like 2 days before as a charity show for healthcare for the homeless in Baltimore. So I wanted to show you some videos. I've got a few to show because there's been a few cool videos as well. Right? Look at these wee kids having fun. Oh, they would hate to be there. Ken would be there. Ken would be stage diving. There we go. Or this one. I love that. But here's the wee kids that I wanted to show you. Let's get it. There we go. Emo. It's not emo, you fucking gimp. No, Adam doesn't listen to the same style of music as I listen to, but he does love he does love certain bands that I do love, but nothing that's too heavy. He likes things like Fleetwood Mac, he likes Oasis. He's a big fan of Frightened Rabbit. Who else? He loves singing Disturbed. I could pull a video up of him singing Disturbed at Christmas time doing karaoke. But he's a massive, like, if you were to get him to put on a song, it would probably be something by Fleetwood Mac, Oasis, or Frightened Rabbit. Or maybe Biffy Clyro. He loves Biffy Clyro as well. And that's not like pushed on by us. Adam will find his music, or he has found his music from like watching adverts, and then he'll look up the advert to find out what the song is, and then he'll go into like the band. So if he like sees an advertisement, then and he listens to that, then he'll be like, oh, what's the song? And he'll go and like look it up, and that's how he finds his music. So yeah, he doesn't listen to the same type of music I do. Even Haley doesn't even like the music I like. When we first met each other, she pretended to for about 3 months, and then she told me she fucking hated it, and it doesn't bother me. We like a lot of the same music, but the hardcore stuff, she doesn't come to hardcore shows or anything anymore. She did when we first got together, very, very briefly, and then I think it got too much, and she was like, do you know what, I don't like any of this kind of stuff, and she stopped. Yeah, she did, like literally within like 3 months, because I go to shows all the time. So within the first 3 months of us kind of being together, I'd probably taken her to about 2 a month. And then I was telling her that I was taking her to go and see Norma Jean, I think it was. And she told me, she's like, I'm not going to see Norma Jean. Because she was like, oh, what are they like? And then I showed her who they were, and yeah, she wasn't a fan. I don't know if anyone knows who Norma Jean are. If Bill was here, Bill might know who they are. The Jamaican fella spots the boat. Is that a Rockbusters? I'm CB. Fuck. The Jamaican fella spots the boat. Sorry, this is a conversation literally between me, Jake, and Trish, if Trish is still here. The Jamaican fella spots a boat. CB, don't tell me. Ah, yeah, it is. It's Christopher. The barge. Yeah. This show is going to be shit. No one's going to even get that fucking joke. But I do. That's good. Well done, Trish. You got it. That's fucking good. Right. Christ de Berg. Yeah, that's it. Fuck's sake. Jake, have you started training for Hyrox yet? I know you haven't, because you said you were going to start on the 1st of August. And do you know what? I actually want to do a show where we go into our training. Am I grown? No, I'm no, I'm not growing my hair out. I did say months ago I would grow my hair out, but I'm not going to. It gets too much of a hassle. I shaved the beard off the other week, and even that annoyed me. I want to kind of go into what my training since Glasgow. I haven't really done any like Hyrox training, because obviously I'd hurt my Achilles at the end of last year, and then I'd kind of stopped doing any Hyrox training. But now I want to kind of get back into it. The Mohawk coming. I'll get the Chuck Liddell. Well, saying that, Heidi, I hadn't ran for like 6 weeks, and then when I tested my threshold run, I beat my previous when I was healthy. So I know I'm much fitter, and then obviously I'm lighter. I'm down like 30 pounds from the start of the year. So, and my plan is to probably drop about another 30 before mine and Jake's race. I'll drop it much like long before that though. Yeah, and then I will be faster. I'll be speedier. So what did I get? Hyrox, Mohawk, you and Jake go neon green. We're gonna wear Borat mankinis for it. I think that was a plan. £60. Yeah, I can lose £60 in a year. That's easy. When you're heavier, you can do that. Does it have a 20 cal ski sprint interval at all? No, it doesn't. It's got a kilometer ski. We could do. It's a lot to drop. It's not a lot to drop when you're carrying more body fat. For someone that only had that amount to drop, then yeah, it would be. But I can do it. I can do it. It's what that'll make. I'll tell you what that'll make me. They'll make me 180. Clen and Anavar from August. Fun fact, I've taken clenbuterol before and I lasted 6 days taking it because I fucking hated it. It didn't make me gay, but it gave me terrible anxiety and I had like tremors and my fucking tore my calf because the cramp that I got, because I didn't really even know what it was. I was in my early 20s and I went to a supplement shop. I'm not gonna. Yes, it is an asthma med. It is an asthma med. I went to a supplement shop. I'll not say who or whose it was or what one it was, but the guy owned a gym locally. And I was like, what, 157 kilos. I was walking in because someone told me I needed to get diet whey. Rather than just a whey protein, they told me to get a diet whey. Jake, you'll probably know the brand PhD. So it was like a whey protein, but it had like green tea extract in it. And that's not true either, by the way. And he was like, oh, you should take this. And I was like, oh, like, where is it? Have you got it here? And he was like, no, I'll go out the back and I'll get it for you. And he came back and he gave me a bottle of clenbuterol, a bottle of T3, which is thyroxine. It's a thyroid medication. And he gave me a bottle that it was called Diamond Labs ECA plus 30, which is ephedrine, aspirin, and caffeine. So the ephedrine is basically like speed, and then the aspirin thins the blood, and the caffeine's obviously to like, it's a stimulant, so it just gets in. It has more of like an effect. And the ECA plus 30, yeah, it is dangerous, Trish. Your thyroid will come back if you were to take T3. When you come off it, your thyroid will like function will come back, but it just takes a little bit of time. But the ephedrine stack, maybe kids. That's a good joke. I like that. People, if any of my clients are watching this, or if anyone that doesn't know the inside jokes here, they will be very unaware of why that's so funny. But I like it. Yeah, ephedrine is fucking, or ephedra, but it is ephedrine. That's also used in. That was used in like cough medicine and stuff, if I'm correct. Trish, you'll know. Was it sold in like cold and flu medication in the States? It certainly wasn't in the UK, but I know it was in the States. I'm pretty sure if I look it up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, sorry, Heidi. I get sidetracked. It's ADHD. I can't do it. Well, that's why I need someone else on the podcast with me, because I read comments while I'm chatting. But anyway, I can't even remember where I was going with that story. So, ephedrine, I don't know if that was a Pokemon or not. Probably not. But I took that. I took Clen for about a week when I was I won't say 20, but it might have even been 21, 22. No, it was definitely 20. I met Haley when I was 23, and it was a few years before that, and I didn't last very long in it. It's not nice. I know a lot of people that take it now, and it's not a nice drug. I've got no judgment on those men. I think it's probably quite a intriguing thing for them, for I would say most men to do. People were getting holes in their heart from effort and fat loss drugs. Is that true? Surely not. I took ephedrine. I took that ECA. Is that what Grant does? No, I'll not tell you what Grant does, but Grant doesn't do ephedrine. I took that ECA stack every day. Yes, yeah, yeah, probably it is. Yeah, I'm trying probably for about 6 months. I took ephedrine, like that ephedrine stack for every day for about 6 months, and then I was having really, really bad heart palpitations. I was like thought I was anxious for like other reasons, and it wasn't. It was the ephedrine, and it wasn't until someone at the gym seen it, because I didn't think anything of it. I would just take it out in the gym and take it pre-workout, and some guy was asking me what I was doing, and then he explained to me what it was, and then that's when I stopped taking it, because I was just like young. I was going to say young and dumb, but then I was afraid for what someone else might say in the comments. But yeah, just young and naive, didn't understand supplements. Now I'm pretty well versed when it comes to. Well, I'm very well versed when it comes to supplementation, but I'm pretty well. I've got a good knowledge when it comes to drugs, so to speak. Yeah, there we go. That I have heard of. Yeah, I can't even remember else what I was going to come on here and talk about. I seen a post on Instagram today, and I wish I'd saved it, because I wanted to talk about it on here, but it's something that I fucking hate seeing. It's people that are posting up on their stories or the lags. Yeah, it's people that are posting up like on their stories, or like they're talking like on posts, and I don't want to slag off bodybuilders, right? Because it's not just bodybuilders, but people just in general. I don't know if anyone else sees it, but you know when they say like they're going to go to war, like on their leg day, or they're going to they're like they talk about going to war at the gym, like they're getting like psyched up because it's going to be fucking like some fucking mental gym session. It's like, mate, you're going to fucking lift weights. You're not going to war. You're literally just fucking going to get a workout in. I fucking hate like how dramatic people are about like going to the gym, or when they talk about like back to the grind. You know, like on Monday, back to the grind. What's that? Yeah, like they're going to Hyrox. Kenneth, are you not on a podcast right now? It's fucking 8:30. Yeah, they act as if they're going to do like something crazy. Like they act as if they're going like to, as you say, like Iraq or something, or like going back to the grind as if they're like working the fucking coal mines or something like that. And it's like, no, you get up, you prep your breakfast, you prep your lunch, and then you go and work in an office until 5 o'clock at night, and then you go to the gym with your mates, and you're doing cable flies and fucking bicep curls, and then looking at yourself in the mirror for fucking 45 minutes, and then you go and you do that the next day as well. It's not a grind, it's fucking it's your hobby, you know? You don't work in the coal mines either. But yeah, it is. That I don't know if that annoys anyone else, or maybe it's just my algorithm that I see all those little fucking plebs, because I follow people from like the gyms that I go to. Kenneth, are you not on a podcast, by the way? Yeah, exactly, Jake. Like that's hard graft. You know what I mean? Selling your assholes to strangers for a tenner. That I can imagine that is hard graft. Can you say mirror again? Mirror. I can say it. Reschedule. Why did you reschedule? Fucking Elliot House. That is a fucking blast from the past. I used to love watching Elliot House videos, eh? Jake, tell us where you are. Are you on a boat just now? Elliot House. Did Elliot House not go a bit mental? How to speak to God, not to God. Oh. Elliot House has gone a bit mental, has he? Sorry, I'm looking at Elliot House videos and you're not even fucking it. Same here, Mason. They are the same. Share screen. Can I share just the YouTube? Some of his titles are mad. Look, you'll see this when God knows you're ready to hear it. No point in me clicking on that. Your true purpose. When you stop wanting, you get everything. Ghost. Have I ever dabbled with the band Ghost? No, I don't think so. You don't know who fucking Elliot House is? Yo Elliot, CK Fletcher, fucking Kali Muscle, fucking who else? I'm trying to think like what my YouTube algorithm was. What were the twins? What were the twins called again? Fuck, Mason, you must know. Was it the Hodge twins? The Hodge twins were fucking tremendous. Now they're like mega political, but not the House twins, the Hodge twins were fucking superb back in the day. I wonder if we could get some old school fucking Hodge twins. Here we go. Look. What the fuck? I'm gonna mute it just now until we can get it on. Oh, I used to that's the see the NorCal weightlifting videos. The NorCal weightlifting videos were superb. Right, if I can skip this ad and then does anyone know who the Hodge twins were?
What's up, guys?
Is this fucking Hodge twins?
No, we're not. Actually, he is my clone.
Oh, this is a guy reacting to them. Fucking, I'm not watching that.
If someone can,
Because I think they've gone off the fucking rails as well.
man, I'm
These
so
guys.
sick and tired of hearing this, man. Having to
You remember
address
these guys?
this issue. Shut up! Ow! Ow! Fuck out the way! Man, what the fuck?
Yeah, I used to watch.
What's up, everybody?
His videos were fucking cool.
Hey, man, we get comments on this all the time, and we get a lot of emails. Yeah. People, they
Jake,
would like
stop it.
for us to
Have I ever
stop
seen
claiming that we're
in person? No, I
black.
don't think. No.
Yes,
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have seen it. I have seen one in
It's coming
person.
from a bunch of niggas, man. That shit hurt my feelings, man. Yeah, my own people, man, trying to outcast my ass.
You should
Both
go.
my parents-
You should
everyone wants
watch
to
the
claim we're
Hodge twins.
biracial.
I
But see,
fucking
the thing
love
is,
them.
both my
back in
parents
the
are
day.
black. Yeah. My great grandparents on both sides of my family, they're black. Yeah, black.
This is how
niggas
Jeremy
as
must
far
feel.
as I can see, man, on both sides. Man.
Yeah, man.
But there's some light skinned niggas, man. A bunch of light skinned, man. But let me give you a quick history lesson. Now, see, there's actually a book written on our family. Yeah, man. It's called the Harrisons, man.
Yes.
American Family
Speak of the devil.
in black and white. Yeah, and it just goes over the Harrison plantation. That was a slave plantation. Yeah. And right where we grew up is where
Jeremy,
those
do you remember them on
plantations was.
YouTube?
But anyway, long story short, I'm gonna give you a quick history lesson. Like roots on this bitch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But this would happen. Tell them when we went down. Back in the 1800s, man. Back on this Harrison plantation. Yeah. There's this white dude named John C. Cheatham. Yeah. I think he was from Ireland. Yeah, I think he was, man. You know what I'm saying? White dude. He was an overseer on one of the Harrison plantations.
Like they don't have purebred blacks. You're fucking hell. Oh. That was good. I like that. Has anyone else got anything to talk about? Because I'm done. Like, I don't have anything to speak about tonight. I only wanted to come on, share a bit about Hyrox, talk about. I could talk about my training, but it's pretty non-existent because my back. Actually, it's not non-existent. 2 seconds. I will show you. Mason, you could pick this apart for me if you want. We could come on, and I could pull up. Do you know what? I've not watched that documentary yet. Stop trying to throw my concentration off. I did sit and plan every run up until my half marathon in August. What would you like to know about my training and life? So I sat down the other day and I put in all my training runs. Oh, there he is. I put down all my training runs from now until the 17th of August, and then post half marathon in August, I will then go into like more kind of Hyrox based running, I believe, because these are all a bit longer. Well, not longer, but they're tailored for the half, if that makes sense. Yeah. Hello, Jake. How are you?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm feeling much better this evening.
Good.
Today, I should have run 13 kilometers, but
you're
obviously
not a massive
my
guy.
back. Yeah. So instead, the 13 kilometers probably would have taken me an hour 20. So I'm going to do an hour 20 on the bike hour clear.
An hour and 20 on the bike?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So up until anyone, so like, the way I'll work it is, if I can't run for whatever reason, I will take the time that it would have taken me for the run, and I'll just do that a lot of time on the bike, and I'll do it at a higher intensity on the bike than what I would have on the run. So the likes of next week, I should be doing Tuesday, 8 rounds of like 300 meters at a 5 minute kilometer, 300 at 6 minute. Warm up's going to be like a 3.5 kilometer run, and then the cool down's like a 2.5 kilometer run. It's a ferry that he's on.
I am. I'm going to go out. I'm going to try and see if I can go outside. Sorry.
You tell that lady stop laughing.
I don't know what the signal will be like. It might be a bit shit. Uh-oh. Hang on. I don't know how to turn my camera around. I'll just do this. Hang on.
It's all right. Doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly, Heidi. Yeah, tell her to shut her fucking gob. Oh, that is beautiful. That's beautiful. That.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah,
Beautiful.
I'm gonna go back in because it's really fucking loud. That's because you're gay.
So here's all my runs, Heidi. Seeing as you wanted to see what I've done, and then that one's unpublished because I haven't actually typed up the notes on it yet. See, all I put in is the distance, but I haven't typed in the notes. What would you like to see? Oh, sorry. You fucking asked me if I can look at the training. You can't start complaining. I'm not writing odds plan. Odds doing a.
Does anyone want to do the
odds
bench plan again? Anyone doing a bench cycle?
Odds doing a new parasite cleanse, and Heidi's resetting her period with a new diet.
A parasite cleanse?
Did you not see?
No.
I was so close. Ken, if you're still in here, will you
This is
write
a passenger
that in?
announcement. Can the passenger with buzzer number 2 please return to the eatery? Thank you.
That's what you said. That's what you said.
Hey, I can spend money. Oh
What
no,
do you mean you can spend money?
it's all right. There was a. You know we can't get any money on here. On the phone.
You need to stream yard. Streaming. We could level up. Jake's trying to get.
There's a little money button. I thought, I might be able to give ourselves some money, but that's what it did. So, anyway,
I said I'm fasting according to my cycle, dumbass. What kind of bike have you got? What kind of bike? What kind of bike is it, and why do you need to fast? Because you're cycling. Mason, do you fast according to your cycles? We've got some. We're actually working not on a t-shirt. Well, I don't know if we are working on a t-shirt or not, but we are working on something behind the scenes that'll be exciting, and then hopefully Jake and I will get to go to Rogue, because we're not buying tickets for Rogue.
no, I refuse to buy it.
Same. I spent too much money on them last year. I refuse to buy any more tickets for Rogue.
Yeah.
Oh,
I could.
That? Yeah, I can hear you wrestling something.
That's not me.
Oh, tell the lady that whoever's wrestling is sharp. What's she wrestling? Yeah. What's she wrestling?
Hell, I can't be around that.
What is she wrestling?
It's crisps. I've
seen it in the chat, but I wanted you to say it.
I can't. I've got to walk away. I can't deal with that. Fuck. Can you imagine having the audacity to do that in public?
This one time we were.
Ladies and gentlemen, the eatery will shortly be closing for the
service. Right, shut the fuck up as well.
I know. Oh, this is like, I'm going to just go and sit on the toilet.
Why is it called an eatery?
I don't know.
The eatery.
Do you want to have a look in the gift shops?
Yeah.
Let's go. You
Did
don't
you
get
buy,
this on Savant Show, do you?
Those fucking Adidas jeans shorts that you sent in are fucking atrocious, by the way.
What? Fuck off.
They're too long. They're too long.
They're well good. They're 3/4 length. Can you tell where we are?
I like. No, he's on the ferry. A cruise.
Cruise.
It's a ferry.
I know. I pretend to be gay. I don't know how to flip the camera around. No.
I think PK would be the type of man that would like to go on a cruise.
That's yeah. Hang on. Yeah.
Nice. I can't see what it says. Ferry bridge.
Oh. Yeah. Ferry bridge.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
This is good. You don't get this on Savant Show, do you? Oh, or just have a look at this. Hang on.
Fairy poop. If I thought about it, I would have planned more stuff to talk about on this show, but I didn't.
That's all right. It's fine.
I thought I would talk more about the Hyrox, and then I just fucking. And then what? Would your kid love fairy poo? It's just glitter, Heidi. You could make it yourself.
It was chocolate drops.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Well, you could do that yourself as well.
It's just chocolate raisins.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Right.
Have you ever done a poo when it looks like that? It's just like little fucking pooplets.
Oh, mad, isn't it, when that happens? It's annoying. Really fucking loud.
I don't know if anyone watched Clinton last night, but Jake told a really story about hiding poos.
Who was it that really loved that? Someone really loved it.
There we go. Mason, I don't know where these women are getting the parasites from.
I know.
It's nuts.
It's weird how it only happens to women and gay guys. I've never known like a straight man to talk about having parasites.
Poo in the batter as well. It's disgusting. I checked my Lurpak this morning.
Good. Right. I'm gonna go and sit back down near the crisp guy. I cannot be around that. Yeah, it's a bloke that I'm sat next to. His name's like Brian or something.
Oh, do you know him?
No. He reserved his seat. He paid like a tenner for that seat, and I just sort of walked up and just sat next to him. He's just a knob. You don't make that noise in public, do you? It's supposed to be like a quiet area, and he's rusting.
I started to talk. Me and Haley went to see. I think it was Predators when Predators came out, and that wasn't a very big film. It wasn't busy.
No.
And we were sat. There was maybe only 4 people in the cinema, and a lady came and sat right next to. I mean, like right next to us, and then she pulled out like one of these giant share bags of Doritos.
Oh, there's way too much noise.
I was like, I actually like leaned forward. I was like, here, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, do you want some? And I was like, no, like go and sit somewhere else.
Do you know the funny thing about a story like that is that there'll be people that will hear that and say,
I'm rude.
And say, what did you do wrong?
Yeah.
Mental.
Yeah. I was like, here, go and sit somewhere else. Like, nuts behavior. Insane.
This isn't a cafe. It's like, it's a cinema. You're going to get us some tea? Yeah, I will, yeah.
We could do a show on the fucking TT.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, the TTs. Get your TTs out.
Yeah. What else?
What are the puns are there? Yeah, we'll do that. Right, I'm gonna go and sit back down. I can't talk loudly when I'm near fucking Crunchy Brian McCrunch. But I'll be in the chat.
Oh, get Brian on the podcast, and I'll ask him. Do you think it's appropriate behaviour if I can open up that crisps when someone's on a podcast? You can't.
Definitely not. I'm gonna keep my headphones in so I can't hear him.
There you go.
All right. See you later.
Brian McCrunch. Bye. Heidi, when are you doing another Hyrox? Mason, when are you doing another Hyrox, actually? Excuse me. Da-da-da. Sorry, I'm typing while I'm podcasting. Probably November. Also, just after me then. I've got... Is it Hyrox Poland? If I can find the date, I'll tell you when it is. It's not Poznan, it is Gdansk. Gdansk. I'm on longer than what I anticipated being on. I didn't think I was going to... Half marathon June 4th. There we go. I'm gonna run. I need to run a ton before I think about it. Okay. I should pull that up. Cool. Half marathon June 14th, and then again October if Odd doesn't back out. Do you think she's going to back out? Odd, are you going to back out? I have got half marathon on. No, what have I got coming up? 19th of July, I believe. Is it 19th of July? Yeah, 19th of July. I've got a Deca Fit event. And then 16th of August, we've got a half marathon. So actually, day before my birthday, because I signed up for the one on my birthday, but it's in Edinburgh, and I actually want to stay at home. But there's the Nairn half marathon the day before my birthday, so I'm going to do that the day before my birthday, and then Hyrox Gdansk on the 12th of October, and then that very same month, me and Jake are doing a pro doubles in Birmingham, which I know there's running shoes. There we go. There's only one Birmingham in the UK, and it's a fucking shithole. But you've got like 15 in the States, I believe. Well, 14, and then there's one in Canada. So I'm just classing it as 15. Because there's actually a TV show over here in the UK at the moment called The United States of Birmingham. And it's a guy going around all 15 Birminghams and bringing people together from it. It looks fucking terrible, but it gave me that piece of knowledge to share on the podcast. What did Odd say? Yes, of course I'm going to back out. Odd hates running. I wish I knew how to fucking do a poll, because we could do a poll, and there was 15 people here 2 seconds ago. We could have had 15 people vote and take bets on if Odd will do the half marathon or not. At least I'm not a liar. Oh, sorry, Jake. I'll mute it. 2 secs. That's better. Heidi, who cares if she backs out of it? Because you're going to fucking do it anyway. It doesn't matter if Odd backs out. Are you going to back out if she backs out? If not, shut the fuck up and get on with it. Running shoes, they're all... here we go. What shoes do you wear for Hyrox? Were you asking Mason that, or were you just asking in general what shoes people wear for Hyrox? I assume Jake will wear running shoes, but I would not be completely surprised if he wore a pair of Nano 2s for it. It does matter. I'm not going to waste my money. Oh, right, okay, because you have to travel. Right, okay, I get it. Okay, it does matter then. Yeah, okay, I get it. You know what? Viagra doesn't necessarily make your cock hard. I've taken Viagra before. And it doesn't necessarily make your cock hard unless you purposely get aroused. People take, funnily enough, bodybuilders will take Viagra prior to going to the gym because then they get a better pump. No, I would never wear a fucking pair of Pumas. Puma is a fucking shit brand. I fucking hate the fact that it's like one of the sponsors of Hyrox, because Pumas, and it's not that I condone anyone getting bullied, but Jake will tell you, Puma was a brand that if you wore Puma in school, you were getting fucking bullied for it, which is horrible. But I wouldn't, I don't think I've ever worn a pair of Pumas. Now Puma's probably the best it's ever been. I wear Saucony's bandana Pete from my old gym. No, keep that story. Don't talk about it in the chat, because it'll be good for when you come on. Yep, Puma is shit. I have tried on the Puma Nitros. They're not for me. I wear the last race I actually wore my Saucony. Oh, what fucking shoe is it? Mason will be able to tell me. It's the Endorphin Pro 4s is what I wore, and it was the first time I actually wore them for Hyrox. I'd wore them for a few faster paced runs. Anything long, they started to hurt my they started to hurt my shin, and I know it's because of the carbon plate. I don't go fast enough to actually utilize the carbon plate. But Haley got me them as a present. She doesn't know anything about running shoes. She just knew that I had the Speed 3s, and then I had the Saucony Speed 4s, and then she just looked up whatever the best Saucony shoe was, and she bought me it for my birthday. Not her fault. They're a fucking great shoe, and they felt great for Hyrox, to be fair. Really light. They were good for the sleds. They felt great, to be honest. What's that? 2 seconds. I had a date take Viagra before a CrossFit workout last month, and embarrassed the shit out of me with the noise he was making. It. That's cool. I can send Seema a link if she wants. Seema, would you like a link? You can come on and tell that story. 2 seconds. I will send it. If anyone wants a link, feel free to fucking come on. Save the show. Because I'm not talking about match. Sent. Get back. There we go. It's been a great show. Oh, thank you very much. You're so kind. There we go. I've sent her a link. If she wants to come on, she can come on. She can tell us about the Viagra story. Mark 6s are the shit, Mason. I've got Mark 6s. They're so good. I got them in the wide. I got them in the wide shoe as well. I don't even know if they make the Mark 6 anymore though. But it was a fucking great running shoe. Can you still buy them? And I had the Mark 5s. The Mark 5s were fucking brilliant as well. Yeah, they're super comfortable. But the only thing with the Marks was I thought that the soles, they wore down really, really quickly. Last time I grew my hair out was probably about 2. I've shaved my head for the last 2 years. Yeah. 2 years. When I first joined the Instagram chat, not the big one now, but the other one. I had a mullet then. But I wonder if I could. I don't know if I could even find that. But now I'm just a baldy. In fact, I've never shaved my asshole. I've never shaved it. Mark 5. I think it was the Mark 5 that I liked, Mason. This one here. I wonder if I can find it. Mark 5s, was it the Mark 5s? They probably this was the one I liked. Present. Share screen. I want to show that. This is the ones that I used to wear, Mason. Those ones. Because they come in a wide. I fucking shaved my head. I do have it is receding a bit there though, but I can still grow it, but it is receding a bit there. Yeah, that's I think that's the ladies' ones, but that's not the ones that I wore. Mine were white, green, and yellow. I think they're actually in the boot of one of my cars. Do it by feel or use a mirror. It's the 5s they don't make anymore. I don't think. I think that's probably like the last size you can get. Look, fucking, what's it say on there? A UK size 7 or something. I sold out. Join the waitlist. You don't get them anymore. Those were the campiest ones I've ever had. I've tried a few pairs of Hokas. Oh, ladies. Whole outward. Oh, you're still talking about shaving your asshole. Jake, I spent some time writing up a bench program, but I don't know if it was. I don't think Sevi would actually fucking use it, right? But it's a 6-week program with a deload and a taper. It's pretty fucking self-explanatory. Wondered if he would use it. You know, we can send it to him for my non-running. That's what I said, Mason. I like that. Chips are not. You call chips what we call crisps. We call chips what you call. Well, we say chips and fries here. Fries are skinny chips. Chips are thicker cut. If chips are crisps, then what are chips? Chips are thick cut potatoes. You feel me? This isn't a good show. I'm saying it right now. This is. Oh, Seema's just joined. This is before Seema joins. This is up there with the show that me and Jake did when we were on fucking Omegle and they were calling us pedos. All right.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah.
So what is this story with the Viagra and how much did they take?
So there's a lot of military around here, and they're like all kind of warped in the head a little bit. So he had gone to like some sort of 9-month training program to like come down from PTSD, but he was trying to get back in shape, and he's like, "Oh, I'll come to CrossFit with you." And it was Friends Week at our CrossFit gym, and he was like, "Oh, I'll be there. You know, I'm gonna stop and get an energy drink." So he took an energy drink with a Cialis, which is like another version of Viagra.
Yeah. Did he take? Was it like a gas station version?
No.
Nah.
The men I date my age, they take Viagra like regularly, which is kind of annoying because it's a cardiovascular problem, and it's like maybe you should just go work out.
Yeah. How old was this gentleman?
44.
Fuck, I hope I don't need Viagra when I'm 44,
Uh-oh, my coach is...
There we go. Yeah, Seema's getting ready for a ride.
I'm switching up the bike seat. I'll do it in an hour.
Yeah, there we go. He's on. There we go. Coming down from PTSD and dead Seema.
The really like bad part was that like he was warming up with the bands and like, you know, the cross bands.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I was just trying not to laugh. And then the owner was right there and he's like, "Yeah, I just took a Cialis," like, and everybody could hear.
And so he told everybody that he'd taken it.
And then we had box jumps and kettlebell squats. And so every time he jumped.
Was this a first date?
No, it was like a third. That's
still insane behavior to take that before going to the gym. Well, not. I genuinely know people that take it before going to the gym, but they're bodybuilders because it gives them more of a pump.
That's what he said, but he was
Mhm.
pretty fit, and like it's just the noises that they make. You're like, are you gonna come? Because I would rather you come and not make these noises.
Yeah, there we go. That's I'm 63, still don't need it. Send us a photo, Ken. I want to see it. Get it in. Always moving, no jobs. Ken's the best, isn't he?
Ken gets a lot of flack, but he's actually kind of fun. He's really nice in person.
Yeah. I love giving Ken shit, but I think he knows. I think he knows it's all in good fun.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes to give it back as well. Ken's good.
What
Cam
do
or
you-
Cam? There we go. Cam or Cam? I thought that I wanted to ask, but then I realized they were in the gym setting, so I thought it was if you're going to come to the gym.
It was like 8 rounds of just grunting. Yes, Heidi, you did.
There we go. Cam. What's that? Cam. Is that his name?
No.
Mm.
His
So
name.
what's Mason got you doing today?
I'm on the biker because I'm put my bike in the shop to switch out the crank arms, and then we're training for a 72-mile ride around Lake Tahoe.
Oh,
But
nice.
it's with my family, and Mason and Jess are coming too, so it's gonna be really fun.
Nice. Did you go out on the road bike?
Yeah. I got a gravel bike. Mason picked it out for me. It's so nice. Oh my gosh. Automatic shifting. I've never had that before.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. And then I actually saw someone at my group ride on Wednesday. They had the same bike as me, but it was a different color. And it's an online bike. It's called Polygon. Mason knows what's up with bikes. Like I've been around bike people before, and he knows it like in and out. I would definitely recommend. I mean, he already gives you guys so many free stuff, free coaching.
Yeah. I always ask Mason stuff.
Yeah.
Anything related to bike work, I ask Mason.
Yeah. I think in the year and a half that we've been working together, he's been wrong once, and it was like on a technicality. So I'm like,
Do you lord that over him?
no, because he's always right. And it's like to the point where it's so annoying. You're like, God damn it, Mason. But it's been great. Like he's helped me lose like 57 pounds now. And
That's
like
awesome.
we're doing this ride next month that like I don't think I would ever even attempt it if I hadn't been working with him. And it's just nice to be like, oh, maybe I could do that, you know?
Yeah. Do you feel like after like this time, like you feel like more confident to actually take on things like which before would have seemed like unattainable?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I never thought I would be able to do a pull-up in my life. And now that's like my goal after this race is like, but it's so funny because him and JR are a little like on the same neurosis. So JR had a little clip with that dude that I don't, Asaraf, that looks like the Joker.
Brad. Yeah.
For fuck's sake. I don't understand how he got his own show, but
I've not watched any of his shows. I can't really comment on like him, but his thumbnails are really good.
Yeah. Maybe that's what he should stick to doing.
Yeah, I'm being sarcastic. I think his thumbnails are ass as well, but
yeah. What was I saying?
JR.
Oh, JR was like, it's better to lose 5 pounds, or it's easier to lose 5 pounds than it is to gain strength.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to focus on getting my gut health back in check and losing the weight there. Because I feel like I'm pretty strong. Like benching, I never thought I would be able to bench. Thank you, Jake. I feel I look hungover, but I haven't drank since December. So I don't know why that is.
And going back to what JR said about like it's easier to lose 5 pounds and gain strength. It
Yeah.
is true. Like so many people out there, and it is obviously people say like, you know, you don't have to lose weight to be able to do pull-ups, and technically that's not true, but it is way easier. If you have excess body fat to lose, if you lose it, pull-ups will become easier. Like it's fact, you know. But you'll have people out there, and I don't want to slate Sporty Beth, but she's someone that's like, she's already had that strength, but she will say, do my pull-up program, you don't have to lose, you know, fat, etc., etc. But it's like, yeah, you might not, because you had that prerequisite strength already. But for someone that's never done it before, like, losing weight is going to be like a big key factor in getting your first pull-up.
Yeah, and so my issue with her is that her grip strength probably built up the tendon strength in her body. And so while she may be able to do a pull-up, someone who is a larger bodied person like me and goes and tries and does it and then injures themselves when they shouldn't be doing a kipping or anything like that, that stresses the joints so dramatically when they need to be focused. Like Mason didn't even have me jump rope for the first 6 months.
Yeah. But it's a lot of stress on the joints.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm very much from the same ilk as Mason. Obviously, I don't coach in an affiliate. I coach people one-to-one, online, and, you know, in person. And just like Jake himself, he does obviously an affiliate, but then he does a lot of one-to-one PTs as well. And he's a massive advocate of the strict work. And that's, I don't have none of my clients kip anything.
Yeah.
Like none of them do.
I mean, it was really interesting because like 5-6 months ago, I was doing side planks and I didn't know I could do them, but I've never been able to do like side planks without like, you know, falling down after 2 seconds. Yeah. And now I can hold it for like 30 seconds to a minute, which is, you know, mostly because of all of the hinging work we were doing. Outside the box programming coming soon. That'll be
this
fun.
Seems like a ingest like comment, but we have actually been speaking about putting something together to put out there. And in the future.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's really needed, especially for people who are like maybe like middle fat. I don't know if there's like large fat, and then there's people like me and you who are
I work with people that have been like, you know, and I still do have clients that are morbidly obese. And then I've got people that have been like myself that have been, you know, my heaviest was like 157 kilos. So pounds, that's, you're talking like 350 plus. And now I'm like 200, but I've been as light as like in the 160s, you know. It's like, I work with, I have like a vast range of people from all. That's why I was so keen to get Athena over in the UK to do her larger body seminar, and it didn't work out in the end. We found a few bases for it, but there was only a couple of people that were actually, there we go, 25 to 40 BMI. Yeah. There was only a couple of gyms that we kind of actually locked in, and it just wasn't feasible for her to come over just to do like 2 seminars and not like a proper, like, you know, run of them over in the UK. But it's still something that I'd like definitely want to get done, is attend Athena's seminar, even if it's online.
Yeah, I wish it was online, or even there was one around here a month ago and I didn't know about it, and I totally would have gone just for the knowledge for myself.
Yeah, she spoke to me and Jake about it. I'm pretty sure it was on the last show that she was on here, speaking about trying to get it like facilitated so we could get it online. That is what they're in the works of doing. Almost like that when the L1's online, like it's going to be like a kind of similar thing, but it wouldn't be live. They need to get it all pre-recorded. That's the only thing. It's not it wouldn't be like a live thing. So I don't know if it would be as interactive, but I know they're still working on it. So like we have to just kind of, as Jake says, watch this space. Yeah. Because I know that's our plans.
Yeah. And I travel a lot for work, and I go sometimes to other gyms that are, and I'll talk about, you know, how I found their gym or, you know, whatever. And then I'll see them like, or they'll ask me questions and I'll be like, oh, you know, I used to be 349 pounds. And so then I lost the weight, and they're like, oh, how'd you do it? And I'm like, you don't want to know the answer, because it's not Ozempic.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, what kind of movements what did you do for exercise when you were that size? And I can tell that they're like, you've been doing CrossFit this long when you were that large. Like, they don't know like what movements are okay and which ones aren't. And
yeah. Even down to, I know Mason was in the comments the last time Athena was on, and she was talking about even down to like some of these gyms that they're going to do the seminars at don't even have, like, the smallest box they've got is a 20-inch. And she's like, have you not got 16s and 12s and things? And they're like, no, we didn't have. Or how many do you have? And then maybe got like one. And she's like, well, what if you get more than one larger body like person coming in to do a class, and they haven't like thought that far ahead of, like, some people can't step up on a 20-inch box. Some people can't step up on a 16-inch box, and they haven't like thought that far ahead. Whereas I'm sure Mason, and when he was in the comments, he's like, he could reel off all the like 16-inch boxes that like their gym had. I don't know. It was like, even like stuff like, and Jake's, I'm pretty sure their gym's pretty well equipped, and he was even thinking, oh Christ, I didn't think of like X, Y, and Z, you know. So there's loads of things that like people, like, I think even you and I now probably take for granted because you don't think of it as much now. But I bet you if you were to think back about things that you probably did when you were 350 pounds, or what you couldn't do back then, even the likes of like wanting to sit on a rowing machine.
Ugh, the rower, when my belly was bigger, like reaching forward, you're like, you have to like spread your knees out.
Yeah.
And it's just really kind of uncomfortable.
There we go. Like when Athena came to Egan a year ago, she was shocked we had boxes that was a 10, 12, a 16, only one. At least you've got them though, Ken. Some gyms don't even have any of them. It's not even a thought that would go into a lot of gyms that they might need those.
We're lucky because we have like a physio clinic it's like part of they're a separate entity, but they use the CrossFit space during the open gym hours for their clients. So they do have all of them. But I just want to address, I'm wearing a coat because I was in the garage and it's cold here and windy and snowy at the top of the mountain.
You're based in Colorado now, are you?
Yeah, I'm in Colorado Springs.
Nice.
Yeah. I moved here in December from Austin.
Because Austin's hot, isn't it not?
It's ridiculously hot. A lot of people actually leave because of the weather. I left because
Do you prefer the heat, or do you prefer like being Colorado kind of?
I prefer the dry air, and so humidity was just getting to the outdoor mold. I did a test and they were like, well, you're allergic to the outside. And I was like, okay. They're like, you can do all these allergy shots, but it'll be like $5,000 to $15,000 and it might not work. And I was like, how about I just move?
There you go. There you go. What's that? I want to be sweating all day. I don't. I quite like the Scottish climate. We get about 5 days of summer and then it's back to what it is now, which is dry. It's mild. I love a spring morning. I wish it could be like that all the time.
I like both, but I think that's because like my mom is Irish Norwegian and my dad is Persian. So it's like the weather of my people is so drastic.
Yeah. Different sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
There we go.
What are you training for?
Sounds miserable. I've only just started back training a few weeks ago after having an Achilles issue. So me and Jake have got a Hyrox Pro Doubles in October that we're doing together. And the start of that same month in October, I've got one in Poland. But before that, all I'm doing is focusing on my running. So I've got a half marathon and I've got another couple of races, like just running ones. And that's literally all I'm focusing on up until we do Hyrox in October, is just getting my running faster.
So this is what I'm confused about, because you know how cyclists like really watch their
like wattage. Yeah. Okay. Food.
To keep their bodies small and they like don't lose as much power output. Learn that from Mason.
Yeah.
Is that like the same idea with Hyrox? Just get like kind of light and skinny to like be a better runner, or do you?
That's my goal, because I started it from being a bigger runner. So my goal now, like, from now until October, is to drop about another 30 pounds. I'm down about 30 from the end of last year, but I want to drop about another 30. So I want to be around 180, like low 180s, high 170s before like October. And that is like genuinely, like, I'll still be able to push the sleds, and that's all that really matters. Like for like power output, and then it's just about being a faster runner, because people mistake it as being a race where on the stations, but it's a running race. Yeah, like when my first few, I mistook it as like 1 kilometer intervals with the stations. The stations don't really matter. Like, they do obviously, but it's, if you can't then run to the best of your ability after the stations, that's what it is. So hence why when I asked Mason when's he doing his next one, he says, I'm going to run a lot before my next one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's someone of his fitness base as well, you know?
Yeah. I think a lot of it has to do with just those tiny muscles in your shins and your feet. You don't really work those as much when you're doing CrossFit. Do you track your food? And if you do you have a favorite app?
Yeah, I just use my Fitness Pal, and I have done for years. That's what I used when I had like initially lost like 150 pounds, and like I still just use exactly the same thing like now. Yeah, just my Fitness Pal. There's loads of different ones out there, but my Fitness Pal is just the easiest one to use, I'd say.
Yeah. Do you pay for the advanced features?
I paid for premium a year ago, so I've still got it up, and I think it's up in like July. Depending on how much it is, again, I might do it again. But I eat pretty much the same food every day at the moment, so I don't even really need to use it. And then if weight loss stalls, I just need to adjust the portion size.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I like my meals Monday right the way through. Monday to Friday is the exact same thing every single day. And then I have a little bit of leeway at the weekend where, like, post-workout carbs, or if I'm in a long run, then I might be taking more like liquid carbs on, etc. But yeah, it's pretty much the same foods every single day.
Yeah.
Which is boring for some, but I just enjoy it.
Over time, I started to crave my regular, like, set meals.
Yeah. And if you cut out most of the processed stuff anyway, you don't then feel like you want it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
What was Heidi asking? My sister doesn't track her food. Yeah, I bet she doesn't, but your sister probably just needs to eat a shit ton.
My theory with athletes that are like highly elite level is that they have gotten so in tune with their bodies that they can tell that they need more food. They're not just like, oh, I don't know why I feel like shit. They're like, oh no, I know I need to eat more food or more protein or whatever.
Yeah, well, somebody like Heidi's sister, that's what did she finish this year, Heidi? Like second in the world at Ironman. She seems to eat normal. I bet you when she's training, she's probably ingesting at minimum like 40 to 60 grams of carbs an hour. Mason, how many grams of carbs an hour do you eat when you're on one of your cycles? I bet it's a lot.
He has like water bottles full of carbs, is what I think he does. I like to eat waffles.
You can't do that while you're cycling, surely.
No, I take a stop.
Yeah.
I stopped yesterday because my feet were about the 23-mile mark. My feet got a little numb, and I was like, I don't think I can pedal anymore.
At least per 100 per hour. Try to get close to 120. Yeah. There we go.
That's like 120 is like my total days, 150. But
well, when we had I've been to a few of Hunter McIntyre's seminars, and when he was speaking about his nutrition for him leading into Hyrox Worlds, he's eating 10 grams of carbohydrates per kilo of body weight, like per day. And he's 100 kilos, so he was eating 1,000 grams of carbs every single day.
1,000 grams. Wow.
Yeah.
But he's also kind of maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. No idea.
Just a theory. Well, not anymore because they started testing. If he wins one in the next year,
Hyrox testing will be like the old school UFC testing. It's like, at World Championships, if you're on the podium, you'll get tested. So it'll be IQ test. Just like a Hyrox, just like what the old school CrossFit testing used to be. It'd be like, okay, if you podium, we'll probably test you. If you don't podium, you're probably safe not getting tested. Whereas now, I think they do out of competition testing too. But again,
couldn't you just do like one workout to lower your testosterone? Because I'm pretty sure like you expend that many.
No, it'll test for whether it's exogenous or not. So if it's like produced by you, or if it's not. So they'll be testing for different compounds. The test wise, it'll be levels, but it'll also be able to tell if it's like from an external source. Gotcha. Depending on what kind of test it is. If it's WADA, then I'm pretty sure that's who they use, which is like the World Anti-Doping Association. Like their tests are pretty they're like the gold standard. That's what the Olympics would use as well. But again, I think everyone at the Olympics is fucking taking stuff as well.
Do you think it's beneficial for people like you and me who are maybe like 30 pounds overweight, but need to sort of get over the hump?
What kind of drugs are we talking?
Just let's say CA peptides or something.
Like to get your hormones optimized. Yeah, sure. that would be beneficial. That would be beneficial for someone that's 100 pounds overweight, but it's not going to fix it unless they fix their diet. Because you could take all the drugs, you want, and if you're not, fixing your nutrition, getting adequate sleep, hydration, moving, then the drugs aren't going to do anything for you.
So I gotta know, Yon, how much do you sleep? You're always available. I
sleep about 6.5, 7 hours a day.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. People assume I don't sleep, but I do. I get decent sleep. Yeah.
And then did you do anything for your Achilles, like PT, or did you just let it rest? Or
no. So I do a lot of rehab and prehab work for, like, I do it for my knees and for my Achilles, but I also took a lot of BBC 157 and TB 500. Yeah.
Just like inject it right into there?
I just inject it into where my knee is. It's not right in like near my Achilles. As much as you probably should get it as close to like the site as possible, it doesn't make too much of a difference.
I bought it once and Caleb actually showed me how to administer it. Him and his wife got on FaceTime and showed me how. And I had a wrist problem and I just put it like right where it hurt.
Yeah.
And it went away in like a week or two. And I've never had a problem since. And now I have this hamstring issue and I'm so tempted to get it again. But after Extra Slop had his little scare, I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Someone could have an adverse reaction to anything.
Yeah, it could have been the bacteriostatic water or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Or he didn't.
Like, I think he was just unlucky. Because if you think about how many like people are taken and it doesn't happen, but you could have that effect taking, penicillin. It's just that way. I follow a protocol that me and Jake had on the podcast. He wrote it up for me, and I started taking it again on Wednesday when I put my back out, hoping that it would help my back heal faster. And obviously, it's only been a few days, but we'll soon see in a few weeks' time if I'm back to full health. Because normally it would take me about 6 weeks to kind of get back like in the full swing of things, but I'm feeling a bit better today. But I think BBC 157 definitely works. I know
Yeah.
there's people out there that like think it's nonsense, but I think it works.
I mean, I swear by it for my wrist. I've never had a problem since, but I did the combo, the half and half.
Mate, I should have used it. See if I knew about it back when I got circumcised, I would have used it to heal that up fucking pronto. Because that definitely would have worked.
What is the mechanism behind it? It restores proteins that are around the injury, or do you know what, or it removes inflammation? Like, I don't know the mechanism.
It's an amino acid that you have in your like system anyway, but it's obviously you're just putting it in larger amounts, and it helps heal the tendons, ligaments, even bone. Jack, that was, if you were to, I don't know if you watched that episode, but he spoke a lot about he ruptured his full, what was it? Was it his patella ruptured, and his kneecap actually ended up in about 6 inches in his quad. Jack walks around like a lean, like 280 pounds. Like,
wow.
He's a like super heavyweight bodybuilder, and he stumbled and fell when he was coming back. He was at a petrol station or a gas station, and he stumbled and fell and snapped his patella. And they told him he would be a year in crutches, and he was off his crutches within 12 weeks. But he was spending like a lot of money on peptides. Like, whereas 10 milligrams will last me 3 weeks, but he was taking like 5 milligrams a day of BBC 157.
Oh my gosh. Did you see Chase's duck video?
No, Jake put it into one of our chats, but I haven't actually watched it yet.
Okay, so now I have a really personal question.
Okay.
Was that the same idea that your wife has a vagina that couldn't quite fit the corkscrew of your penis?
I've not watched the video, so you'll need to expand on the question. You'll need to expand on the question.
So in the duck video, the female ducks have a vagina that's corkscrew.
Okay.
And the male ducks have to adjust their penis to fit the female's vagina.
All right. Okay. So are you asking, did I have to get circumcised because my penis wouldn't fit in the vagina? No.
Well, one more part. The male ducks will start to grow spikes around the penis to like force their.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, no, it was nothing in regards to that. No, I had a medical. I had snapped the banjo. I'm pretty sure I've told this story. I'd snapped the banjo string. I don't know why it's not a CrossFit podcast, but here we go. Here we go. Peronis. Sounds like someone has Peronis. Is that a beer you're talking about, Ken? No, I had my foreskin had come back too far and it snapped. I don't know if you know what the banjo string is called. Banjo string is.
I mean, I know where it is.
Yeah, so it keeps the foreskin attached to the penis. Mine snapped, and then it scarred over, and it was then preventing the foreskin to get pulled back. And then when it would get pulled back, it would get stuck. So it was just a procedure that I had to go, and they said if it kept on happening, then we'd have to get circumcised, and it kept on happening, so I had to get circumcised. And I didn't add spikes. See, if I knew that was an option, then I might have added it. In 2025, you can do what you want. But yeah, that's what happened to my penis.
Did you get a smegsa like the horse that Maris had?
Did I get what?
Did you see Evie's show last night with?
No, I've not watched any of the shows last night. Barb Clark, here we go. No, I haven't watched any of the shows this week.
Okay, well, don't watch it while you're eating, because I had to stop eating breakfast.
There we go. What was the healing time on that? I think it was like if I remember correctly, it was like 4 weeks, but it might have even been 6 weeks, to be honest.
And you couldn't have a wank?
You couldn't do anything. Like, we were like, you'd be like going to sleep being terrified of like waking up with a boner in case you rip the stitches.
Ooh. Did they
Yeah.
make you like lower your testosterone or anything?
No, there was no way of doing that. No.
Nice.
No.
Well, it was lovely being on the show.
Yeah,
So
that was a great way to end it, I think.
I've
Thanks for
got
popping
to
on.
go do my ride.
Yeah, enjoy your bike.
All right. Thanks for having me
cheers for
on.
that. Bye. No touching the thing for 6 weeks. Fucking you wouldn't want to. You wouldn't want to. Right, fucking hell. I only wanted to come on here for like half an hour and we've been on for 90 minutes. Did you shave things? Did you shove things up your ass instead? I've never shoved anything up my ass. Sorry to disappoint you. There we go. The conversation the 70s have never seen me shock me. Yeah, they still do. You normally have erections when sleeping anyway. Yeah, we do. But see, when you've had that happen, you don't. Trust me, you don't. Heidi, you're celibate. What's the problem with not touching for 6? There we go. Slip a cheeky finger in there sometimes. No, I don't do that. Anyway, is that all? I think I'm going to go and carry on with my work, and I'm desperate for a pee, and Jake isn't here to save me, to let me go for a pee, and I don't have ads to play or anything like that. So I hope everyone has had fun this evening. I certainly have. I had started to look at a photo of me with the mullet, but I can't imagine. No, Haley wouldn't do that. I wouldn't ever allow her to put a finger at my bum. I don't want to defile her like that. Exactly, Odd. Time to get productive. It's fucking 20 to 10, and I need to do some work. So, thank you very much for tuning in. Ken, it was nice for you to come on. Thank you very much. Papa Birch, thank you very much. Jake, thank you. Heidi, thank you. Odd, thank you. Kendall Up, Mason, fucking everyone. You know what time it is. I haven't seen Garrett. She was popping on. She'll be away to do her show. So go over to Glinton Things, and they have 2 seconds. Before I go, let's promote fucking who they've got coming on. Oh, Chris is live, actually. He's doing a test outside the box. Where's Glinton and Things? Here we go. Oh, they're live on... They've got the real Matthew talking about Kill Taylor coming up. Share screen. Go over to Glinton Things. I will be there in the chat while I'm working. And I shall see you all there. No, I thought they were going to be on Savans. That's next week with the tranny. I forget her name, so apologies for saying that. But yeah, anyway, stay gay.